It's Week 17 of the National Football League. And we've got Luke Schoonmaker, who's topped the 1,300-yard mark receiving on the year. It's the Cowboys and the Browns, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gautin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. It's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
Meanwhile, for the Browns here, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Here's the former Auburn kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. Leading him out is their quarterback, the former 12th overall pick. Some refer to him as the natural, Deshaun Watson.
I like this guy. And the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
First play, Watson to the air. This complete to David Bell. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 18 carries, 88 yards, and a touchdown.
And when you put the ball in the end zone 13 times on the season, one thing is apparent. You didn't do it all on your own. Offensive line is creating some nice space for you, and you're probably getting some good blocks downfield from your wide receivers.
From the gun, here's Watson. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete. Elijah Moore, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5. Look at this Cowboy defense. They put together a strong effort last week in the win over the Bears, CD.
Held them well under 200 yards of total offense. In today's NFL, that's a feat to be proud of, especially with the emphasis on offense and what we're seeing each and every week. Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
Go. Go.
Here's Pollard again.
Fighting through it, he's got space. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down.
The Cowboys at 13-2 on the year. And I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat, and they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now because, to me, they have to be the favorites to go all the way because they're not just beating teams, they're dominating them. It's been fun to watch them play, not just in their winning, but how they're getting it done.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, this defense for the Browns, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Kadarius Toney, his intended target.
3rd down here.
You look at this Browns defense.
They enter this one down in the 26th position in the NFL against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in dose. It's caught inside the 25. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up the 1st and goal.
That's how you put field position. What a play right there. That nearly went the distance. Credit this defense for not giving up. They get him down just short of the goal line, but the damage is done. It's going to be 1st and goal from an ideal position.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Pollard is in. Touchdown, Dallas. So both sides of the football contributing here early. Their defense forces the punt, and then the offense takes it down the field and punches it in on the short touchdown run.
And, Brandon, that's good complementary football, and that's what they're going to need if they want to get out of here victorious.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Dancing to his left. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. And Chubb will try the middle here. He's still barreling through. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
26 big yards on that one. It's another first down.
They run it again with Chubb. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn up feet.
Touchdown, Browns! David Bell with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Got a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC.
And the division title, that's out of reach. We know that. This is as good a spot, Charles, as they're going to get. That first wild card and the number 5 overall seed.
Barton is not out of the question, especially with the 7 seeds that they have now in the playoffs. If you do win and the other wild card teams win in the first round, you could find yourself with a home game in the divisional round. Now, we know that's not likely, but it's not out of the question. Bottom line, you have to win to put yourself in that position.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They go play action with Richardson. Open man, the tight end, Luke Schoonmaker.
Now he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
On second down, it's Pollard. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Dragon 60.
7-7, our score after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a third down coming up.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up first and goal.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
Pollard one more time.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
So we have a tie now atop the all-time single-season rushing touchdown list. LaDainian Tomlinson, you've just been joined by this man.
And they share similar traits in running the football. Excellent vision, cutting ability, determination, will. They understand where the end zone is and will not be deterred.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. This Cleveland offense and David Bell set to go once more.
He's been good so far to this point in the 2nd quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the 2nd quarter.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now it's Watson.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Watson. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Christian Harris in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
The competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
The Browns send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
The Dallas offense back out onto the field. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that third consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2.
Pollard, he'll take it up the gut.
Oh, he's got some breathing room.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 55 yards rushing for him now in this one as he is closing in on 1,800 yards for the year. Play action. Now Richardson.
His throw incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
19 tight. 19 tight.
2nd and 10, back to the air with Richardson.
That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Kadarius Toney,
23 yards for the touchdown.
and the Cowboys have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing down.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs.
And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
19 Charger, 19 Charger. Go.
Pollard going to try the right side. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
2nd down. Here's Richardson.
Being chased out left.
That is caught. Schoonmaker.
Touchdown!
Luke Schoonmaker.
31 yards.
And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch him a little bit.
There he goes, left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On first down, Watson. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Here's Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku.
And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. The medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
3rd and 2, Watson. Able to shake him off. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes.
Osa Odighizuwa
drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
As the offense reemerges, there's wide receiver Kadarius Toney leading him out.
He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now it's Richardson.
Under pressure, and down he goes. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Here we go.
Now 3rd down and very long.
Warriors 70. Panther 11. Panther 11.
Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. He'll take it at the 42. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
The Browns now going to take over late in this first half. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here.
On first down, it's Watson. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Watson. Throwing left side, it's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. 57 yards.
And the Browns get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
Cup 19! Cup 19!
Richardson to the air on first down.
And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Ready?
2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Richardson.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And that one came close to hitting the big scoreboard up there as the fair catch is made inside the 20-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in...
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this 3rd quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, smash Bronco. Hey. Go.
Second half begins with a run by Pollard.
They juked him, and he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
83 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Right there, right there. Ready.
Going to run again here with Pollard. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Give him 32 on the play.
Come on, come on. Hey. Roll.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're saying what I'm saying. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Ready.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
Check it.
Richardson on 3rd and short.
Buying time to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Anthony Richardson.
His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year.
And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Carlson on for the PAT. He's got it, and the lead stretches to 35-14. So the drive there took 6 plays.
And it was Anthony Richardson who took it into the end zone to finish things off.
Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The Browns offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC.
Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulled out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down.
That's complete. It's Elijah Moore.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Watson now to throw.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, a pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down.
The Browns send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And taken right at the 35. 35 yards that time on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. They're just looking for more of the same. Great first half so far. Good second half. And sometimes, I guess, maybe, Charles, these coaches, they don't have to tell these guys much when they're rolling like they're rolling right now.
You're exactly right. I've heard stories of some of the best coaches in our time or any time having grabbed their staffs at halftime and said, guys, they're playing really well. Don't go in there and give them a whole lot of stuff. Just pat them on the back, and essentially the speech at halftime is, let's go, guys, and that's it.
Yeah, no one's upset the apple cart so far.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Richardson looking to throw this.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
It's good for the Cowboys. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They'll run left with Pollard. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
115 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Richardson off the play fake.
And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Pat the street! Pat the street! Ready, ready?
They'll run with Pollard.
And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
So the moment is finally at hand. What a season, CD. His 29th rushing touchdown of the year. No one in the history of the NFL has had more in a single season. And congratulations to him. What an achievement.
We certainly had the feeling early in the year, maybe week 2 or 3, where we talked to each other and thought this could really turn into something. But I don't know if either of us thought we'd get to this point. Maybe the best season ever by a running back in NFL history.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting...
And now the rookie's free through the middle of the field. He may go. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Browns are able to cut into that deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
42. Browns 21.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Tony Pollard and his Dallas teammates ready again on offense.
He's had a touchdown for every quarter so far. 3 here in the third, and probably hoping he's not done yet.
And this is a situation where it's okay to be greedy. When you've already scored 3 times, you want 4, you want more than that. And guess what? That only helps your team.
Yeah, so far 3, now in search of 4. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Flushed out right. That is caught. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play. Back now in Arlington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Big Lion.
A give to Pollard running left.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Here's Richardson to throw. That's over the middle to Schoonmaker.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
As large a bit the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now's where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Now here's Pollard. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Pollard again.
And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his.
So the record safely in his pocket. Now it's a question of how high can he go. He's just become the first ever, Charles, to score 30 times in a single season.
Well, let's certainly savor this moment. The first time ever, as you just noted, that someone has hit 30. What a ride this has been.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
The Browns set to take over. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles.
they just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
To throw on second is Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. The Browns on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. Here it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw, Watson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. On 1st and 10, Watson. Right back to Bell, and it's caught once again. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 46-yard line.
To throw is Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 35.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Cleveland.
Now it's Watson. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Now, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Isaiah Simmons coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. 20 down the right sideline. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they can run this score up even further as they begin this drive with a 1st and goal and that huge lead. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Running right, it's Pollard. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their totals. I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they wanted to throw the ball. They moved people off the line of scrimmage when they wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Cleveland offense making their way out. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
At the 29-yard line.
On second down, here's Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throwing on third down, Watson. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. With a lead to a fourth down. I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's second down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. Make him make someone miss in the open field.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Richardson out of the shotgun. This ball deep for Tony.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
19 Lions.
Richardson to throw off play action. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Richardson looking to throw.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And this Browns defense stands tall. On 1st down, Watson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here's Watson. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Cowboys, they continue to show they'll be a tough out in the playoffs as they move to 14-2 on the year. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.